Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Aries, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, the information about that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. So Aries, it's a little different for me. I'm actually reading at night right now because I'm just constantly having to juggle a little bit and battle the fact that it's winter time where I am. So we're just dealing with some artificial light, and that's going to be that. Aries, I hope you're doing well. I started doing some mini meditations before all of these readings, and I just wanted to share with you some of the visions and symbols that I saw, I wrote them all down on this list here. Let me read them out to you. I have it dated for the date that I'm recording the reading, but that's just for my purposes. Tarot is timeless, so if you see this reading 10 years from now, it might apply to your present state. So I saw a beaver, like the animal, creating dams and that kind of thing. Listening closely, I saw an ear, but just it was the act of like really paying attention. And then it led to senses, vision, and the third eye. So really something about your senses being heightened, like more than normal. Saw dollar signs, lavender, which has specific significance to me as a reader, because lavender is the name of my higher self. And so whenever I see lavender or I see the word lavender, I know that it means that Spirit is talking about your higher self. Build up and tension of something, almost like dun dun dun, you know, like that kind of build up and tension. I don't know, I had to make that sound, but did it give you an idea of what I mean? It's just like the suspense of something. A crack in glass. Scaffolding, apple, and Manhattan. And these all kind of ring together for me, because you see, if you've ever been to New York City, the Big Apple, you see a lot of scaffolding and building and construction. They're always, New York is constantly turning over things. So I don't know if there's something that you're building right now, especially with the beaver here, dollar signs. I just feel like there's something, you know, maybe it's like business related, and you're kind of trying to draw upon your intuition at this time, because you could be starting a new venture. We shall see. I'm going to be pulling one oracle card from the Gateway of Light activation deck and doing your reading today with the Light Seers Tarot. So let's get to it. Aries, one card for Aries, please. One card for Aries. The Order of Melchizedek is the card. The Order of Melchizedek. Embraced by light. Mission uncovered. Don't give up. Wow, even with the light that I have here, it's just absolutely stunning. Isn't it? Damn, that's just really, there's a lot happening, like with this energy. Can you imagine if you were face to face with something like this? Would it intimidate you, is what I'm being told to ask. Are you intimidated by something right now? By your mission? Maybe you've had a spiritual awakening, and you've been through your dark night of the soul. You know, it's interesting that I'm doing here. You're probably the only sign that I will do at night. at least for this series of readings, probably. And there's something to it. You know, I was thinking about that. This time of like shadows, right? At night. So it's like your dark night of the soul that you've been going through it. And Spirit is saying that this is like what awaits you. This kind of grand, epic adventure, prize, illumination, enlightenment. I mean, the last sentence is don't give up. So maybe you've been feeling like at your wit's end. You've cried all you want to cry. And, you know, where do we go from here? Amazing. Just FYI, you showed up in your own reading. Emperor, although it is in reverse. You showed up straight in your own reading. That's amazing. 4 cards for the base spread, 4 cards for clarifier. There's a lot happening already. I can feel it. Okay. All right. So 1 extra card came out at the end. I'm going to take it. It's the King of Swords. King of Swords is Gemini energy. So you could be dealing with a Gemini, or you may have Gemini placements in your chart. I don't always pull that out to talk about it, but like it seems prominent because you have another Gemini card in your reading. So Gemini energy is very present here. The King of Swords is somebody who is an authority figure, somebody who has a lot of credentials and could be an academic or somebody with a lot of clout, right? This person that you could be dealing with is maybe giving you some wise advice that is also rather cold. The harsh truth of a situation that maybe it was difficult for you to come to terms with. He's surrounded by a lot of flying creatures, as the sword's suit is often represented by that, being that it's air, right? Swords is all about the air element. So, something that's requiring you to be a little bit more discerning, perhaps more discerning than you have been in the past. But I don't see this as your energy. I see this as somebody else. Like maybe it's a boss or a therapist, a lawyer, a divine masculine figure. Doesn't have to be a man, but could be a father, uncle, mom. The divine masculine energy, somebody who like gets stuff done, doesn't take any prisoners, just go, 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 right? But this is somebody who knows exactly what they think. You know how there's some, you know, I was just talking about this. There are some people that just genuinely do not have any preference. You ask them to go out to dinner. Where do you want to go? Well, I don't care, wherever you want to go. And they like legitimately don't care. I am not that person. I always know what I think or want at any given moment. Unless I specifically don't have that information, and maybe it's because I channel so much with spirit, and I guess I've been doing it my whole life. I've always known what it is that I think about something. And normally, Aries, you are that person. But in whatever scenario that this is going to be talking about, you may have required going outside of yourself to get a second opinion because you just couldn't make heads or tails of something. And this is the second opinion. In the past energy, Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is fire energy, and she's the power behind the king, right? She's got all the great ideas and the inertia, the creativity, lots of sexuality, lots of self-confidence, right? So there was something in your past energy where, clarified by the Four of Swords in reverse. Four of Swords is kind of rest and recuperation energy. It's like you woke up out of something. You came out of hiding. That's what I just heard. You came out of your nest, your cocoon, and wanting to make a big splash, and indeed you did. Looking directly at that light, perhaps. Now it's almost like I see this as this light is like sitting in the palm of your hand. Finally, I just heard, finally. And you're looking directly at it. And how beautiful it is. And maybe it's something that you've been manifesting, right? I'm gonna pull, like, what is it? I wanna know what it is. Queen of Cups in reverse, Knight of Wands in reverse. Interesting. Queen of Cups is Cancer energy. I just felt a little shakiness in my voice, like my throat chakra was going to close. It's almost like when I asked, what is it, you didn't want me to know. Like it's a secret. Is it a secret? It's interesting though. Queen of Cups in reverse is self-care. To me, this is how I read the Queen of Cups, because the Queen of Cups in the upright, Cancer energy, is somebody who is like kind of has an overabundance of love. So much love that they have enough to give away. But when I see the card in reverse, I see it as like, thank you, Spirit, taking care of self. Like turning that love inward. Nine of Wands in the reverse. This is, you know, somebody who's persevering, who's very, goes the distance, gets up and gets going despite the fact that they're exhausted. The wounded warrior living to fight another day. But this is, I don't want to say giving up, but letting go. Letting go of a certain responsibility, or letting go of a particular burden, letting go of something. And so it's almost like when you released the need to have to constantly take care of other people and you started taking care of yourself, it's like you had your glow up, right? Because then we focus all the attention on ourselves and our best interests and our endeavors. And then the glow up happens, like literally the glow up. But I don't know why you would want me not to know that. That seems like an awesome thing. Unless you're the kind of person that, okay, so just take this as it resonates. Like, I don't know why it's coming out like this, but it is coming out like this, that maybe you like people to think of you as the, yeah, obviously you're an Aries, so the leader, the one in charge, kind of the CEO energy, the, you know, the trailblazer, right? The Aries are the babies of the zodiac, right? They're the trailblazers. They're the ones that jump in, you know, head first and aren't afraid and all this stuff. And, you know, maybe you have a reputation to keep, is what I just heard. And sometimes that's like at the expense of your own well-being. And now you're just in the place where you're just like, I'm gonna let everybody else take care of themselves because I'm taking care of myself right now. But it's almost as if to say, when I bring that up, you don't like to admit it, or you wouldn't want to admit it publicly. Because you have a reputation to keep. Right, this is a reputation. that is in reverse. This is number 4 in the major arcana, divinely guided energy, the Emperor representing Aries. You showed up in your own reading. That's nothing to set aside, especially when I'm doing readings and this happens. It's zeroing in straight on you. The Emperor has the power of all 4 kings of the zodiac. This is a change maker, sitting on top of Mars like it's his couch. Divine masculine energy. Doesn't have to describe a man, not gender specific. Energy specific. Describing somebody who conquers. Right? But it's almost like I've been playing the game too long. And in the present energy, you're just not feeling quite like yourself. Clarified by the Knight of Swords, because it's almost like you're running towards something new. It's like you're trying something new. Maybe that has to do with self-love, self-care. Maybe that's the new frontier that has yet to be explored. Knight of Swords talks about somebody who is very earnest, just needs to come in and convey something. Thank you, Spirit. Needs to come in and convey something. Brand new information coming to light. What is that information, Spirit? Well, 5 of Cups. The information is perhaps that you've been unhappy, depressed, in whatever way that means for you. I'm not a doctor. I don't know. I see sadness. I see needing a change of perspective. That's all. That's the 5 of Cups. It's like looking at 3 empty cups spilled on the ground and not realizing you still have 2 cups that you can still work with here, right? There's one here and one here. But it's almost, her foot's in it. It's really weird. It's almost like she's... Or is it cracking glass? These cups are like in a fault line almost. They're like in a crack in the ground. It's almost like your love is just like seeping away. It doesn't have to be romantic love. Could be your love of something. It's interesting. Just given what's coming up in the future, or sorry, in advice from Spirit. But the 5 of Cups is not, it's not a pleasant energy by any stretch. And it could be the thing that's making you feel less than yourself because you've lost your passion for something. I'll pull one more on that. Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna shuffle again because cards just flew everywhere. This is something, I don't know, maybe it's just one Aries out there, but like I felt anger. These are just cards. And to whomever that Aries is, and it's not all of you, it's just one of you, maybe 2. You if you're getting angry at this, then it's really important for you to take care of yourself. Because these are just cards. They're just pictures on cards. Right? Three of Wands. I almost said Three of Swords. You see that? I almost said Three of Swords. Three of Swords is the heartbreak card. I knew it was the Three of Wands when I looked at it, and the words almost came out Three of Swords. Three of Wands is a card of waiting. Three of Swords is a card of heartbreak. Empress in reverse. The divine counterpart to the Emperor in reverse. And the Magician. So it's like waiting and waiting and waiting. I always look at this card as, you know, she's got the surfboard in her hand, but she's not in the water. What function does a surfboard have if it's not in its element? The card of waiting for the ships to come in. The Empress, maybe you're not in a place to receive the manifestation that you are trying to bring forward towards yourself. Why that possibility is because of this energy. We attract what we are. And if you're used to feeling like this, boss energy, in control, knowing exactly what you think, when you think, how you feel, how you move, how you act, how you exist, and then you're met with this energy, it's very, very disconcerting. Because for the first time you've lost control. And now Spirit is saying maybe that was part of the dark night of the soul. That's part of the illumination. The idea that sometimes you have to give up control. There's that word that we don't like, and it's called surrender. And do you actually believe that your spirit guides are helping you at this time? That everything that you're experiencing is not because of some kind of punishment, but it's because that you came to this place to learn and understand and have a deeper relationship with your higher self. Right? It said lavender. Your higher self is like beckoning you. In the future energy, I see the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, which represents no longer investing in something, right, that you spent so much time no longer giving to it. Page of Cups in reverse. This is giving something authentically, and this is an investment, like planting seeds and watching it grow. And these two cards in the future energy are both in reverse. This is, okay, so now they're saying just because you let go of something doesn't mean you give up on it, right? It doesn't make you like a loser or like weak for you to say, I invested all that I could in this situation. It's no longer serving me. I need to take care of myself and let this go. It wasn't a waste of time. It taught me a lot about who I am and what I want and what I don't want. And now it's time to like not give to it anymore. So this is in your future potential. Can you give me some more cards on that, please, Spirit? What are we talking about here? Page of Swords, Ace of Wands in the reverse. Okay. Page of Swords is all about curiosity and learning. It's a student energy, right? That this could have been something that you dipped your toe in, but realizing Ace of Wands in the reverse, it wasn't like, oh my God, I just wanted to say the big kahuna, right? Maybe you are in a place where they're surfing. It's like, whatever this was that you invested in, if it was a relationship, if it was a business, a job, a hobby, whatever it is that you put a little bit of energy towards, you were just curious about it. And maybe you got in a little too deep and realizing, wow, this, you know, I thought I wanted to become a corporate exec, and I'm realizing that I really just want to work with animals, and that spirit wants that for me. Right? I don't know. I don't know where that example came from, but it's like I couldn't think of it, just what's so opposite. Not to say you can't work in corporate life and still love animals. You absolutely can, and I hope you do, but it's more about just like following a path of something that you may have had curiosity in. Maybe you went to school for something. Maybe it was to make your parents happy, and you invested in something because you thought it was a wise decision or a socially acceptable one, but you're realizing that wasn't the path that spirit had for you. They have something that, look, see, third eye here, vision. They have something that's greater for you that they want to give to you, but you aren't in a place to receive. So it's about like letting, you kind of have to put something down to pick something new up. And the advice from spirit is absolutely stunning. 2 major arcana, the Lovers and the Hierophant. This reminds me so much of this. Look at that. It's almost like this, right? All the way at the top of that staircase is where this is. The Hierophant is number 5. The Lovers is number 6. So cards in succession of the major arcana, very, very spiritually guided. Your spirit guides, your higher self, source energy, like you're coming to this realization. Right? The Lovers can talk about a partnership, right? A very high level partnership, a commitment, a marriage. Because the Hierophant is here. This is the Pope of the Tarot. The Pope is the one that marries the lovers. Or it can talk about a choice that is divinely guided, that is connected to the divine. The Lover's card used to represent the choice, still does. Perhaps this is where the King of Swords comes back in. Right? There's all this light and fire, and it's almost like maybe you're feeling like you're getting away from yourself, and then you just need this cool, discerning energy to give you a little bit of perspective on things. That's fine. But this is absolutely beautiful energy. Because you're making a decision, right? It feels so good. And I was just talking about decision making, right? And how some people it's really difficult for them. When you finally make a decision about something, that's like half the battle. Because you're not waffling anymore. You're not wavering. What is this about, Spirit? Damn. 2 aces in reverse. 3 aces in your reading. Ace of Swords and Ace of Pentacles. Wow. I don't know. Okay, Aries, I would just, I'm just going to try and calm down for a second. Just take this as friendly advice. I would highly, highly suggest to you that you quiet the mind and meditate. Take a walk in the woods or by a lake or in nature, on the beach, whatever. Be in a place where you can be in Zen, in like a trance. Listen to trance music. There's lots of it on YouTube. Frequency music, all that. Because Spirit is for real trying to bring you 3 aces. Brand new beginnings. Something that is going to fuel that creativity, that spark, that ignition in you. Something that could be potentially lucrative or beneficial, family situation, some kind of enlightenment, right? all of this amazing abundance. Spirit is trying to bring it to you right now, but they're having trouble reaching you, right? That's why it's kind of like we want to bring in this awesome, sexy energy here, but it's almost like you have to walk that path and not be afraid. Remember in the beginning of this reading, I said, would you feel intimidated if you saw this? You know what this reminds me of? I always reference Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, and I will continue to reference Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. I love that movie. There's a scene in that movie where Indy has to like take a leap of faith. Only a leap from the lion's mouth will he prove his worth, or something like that. This is very intimidating. That staircase to wherever, to this enlightenment, that's really scary. But if Indy could do it, so can you. Your guides are all around you. They're just, it's like I can see them all huddled around you like they've got gifts in their hands. And they're just waiting for you to say thank you. That's your reading, Aries. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Aries.